Good morning, boys and girls. The first story that I'm going to read today is The Stinky Cheese Man by Jon Scieszka and Lane Smith. Once upon a time, there was a little old woman and a little old man who lived together in a little old house. They were lonely, so the little old lady decided to make a man out of stinky cheese. She gave him a piece of bacon for a mouth and 2 olives for eyes, and she put him in the oven to cook. When she opened the oven to see if he was done, the smell knocked her back. "Phew! What is that terrible smell?" she cried. The stinky cheese man hopped out of the oven and ran out the door calling, "Run, run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the stinky cheese man." The little old lady and the little old man sniffed the air. "I'm not really very hungry," said the little old man. "I'm not really all that lonely," said the little old lady. So they didn't chase the stinky cheese man. The stinky cheese man ran and ran until he met a cow eating grass in the field. "Wow, what's that awful smell?" said the cow. The stinky cheese man said, "I've run away from a little old lady and a little old man, and I can run away from you too, I can. Run, 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 as fast as you can. You can't catch me, I'm the stinky cheese man." The cow gave another sniff and said, "I'll bet you could give someone 2 or 3 stomach aches. I think I'll just eat weeds." So the cow didn't chase the stinky cheese man either. The stinky cheese man ran and ran until he met some kids playing outside after school. "Gross," said a little girl. "What's that nasty smell?" "I've run away from a little old lady and a little old man and a cow, and I can run away from you too, I can. Run, 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 as fast as you can. You can't catch me, I'm the stinky cheese man." A little boy looked up, sniffed the air, and said, "If we catch him, our teacher will probably make us eat him. Let's get out of here." So the kids didn't chase the stinky cheese man either. By and by, the stinky cheese man came to a river with no bridge. "How will I ever cross this river? It's too big to jump, and if I try to swim across, I'll probably fall apart," said you-know-who. Just then the sly fox, who shows up in lots of stories like these, poked his head out of the bushes. "Why, just hop on my back, and I'll carry you across, Stinky Cheese Man." "How do I know you won't eat me?" "Oh, trust me," said the fox. So the Stinky Cheese Man hopped on the fox's back. The fox swam to the middle of the river and said, "Oh man, what is that funky smell?" The fox coughed and gagged and sneezed, and the Stinky Cheese Man flew off his back and into the river, where he fell apart. The end. I think that's a funny one. Now the next story is called The Ant and the Grasshopper, which is told or written and illustrated by Amy Lowry Poole. Here's the cover. A long time ago, in the old summer palace at the edge of the emperor's courtyard, there lived a grasshopper and a family of ants. The ants awoke every day before dawn and began their endless task of rebuilding their house of sand, which had been washed down by the evening rains, and searching for food, which they would store beneath the ground. They carried their loads of grain by grain, one by one, back and forth, all day long. See, they're digging their tunnels. The grasshopper liked to sleep late in the morning, rising as the sun stretched toward noon. "Silly ants," he would say, "you work too hard. Come follow me into the courtyard, where I will sing and dance for the great emperor." The ants kept on working. "Silly ants," the grasshopper would say, "see the new moon? Feel the summer breeze. Let us go together and watch the empress and her ladies as they prepare for Midsummer's Eve." But the ants ignored the grasshopper and kept on working. Soon the days grew shorter and the wind brought cooler air from the north. The ants, mindful of the winter to come, worked even harder to secure their home against the impending cold and snow. They foraged for food and brought it back to their nest, saving it for those cold winter months. "Silly ants," said the grasshopper, "don't you ever rest? Today is the harvest festival. The emperor will feast on mooncakes and sweet greens from the fields. I will play my music for him until the moon disappears into the smooth lake water. Come and dance with me." "You would do well to do as we do," said one of the ants. "Winter is coming soon, and food will be hard to find. Snow will cover your house, and you will freeze without shelter." But the grasshopper ignored the ant's advice and continued to play and dance until the small hours of the morning. Winter arrived a week later and brought whirls of snow and ice. The emperor and his court left the summer palace for their winter home in the great forbidden city. The ants closed their door against the ice and snow, safe and warm, resting at last after their long days of preparation. And the grasshopper huddled beneath the palace eaves and rubbed his hands together in a mournful chirp, wishing he had heeded the ants' advice. The end. So the ants worked hard and prepared for winter. The grasshopper just played all summer. Well, that's the end of the stories for today. Have a good day, and I will see you tomorrow.